We'd been in there a full night, and that was the day after, and he'd had enough, you can tell, so he's put his head in his hands.
Adrian Lord was taken to Blackburn Royal Hospital's A&E by his mum on the advice of a mental health crisis line after becoming agitated and violent at home. The autistic teenager then spent the next 31 hours in this room sleeping on a trolley while they tried to find him a mental health bed.
It's just hell on earth, really, for any child with autism to be in an environment like that.
The 16-year-old, who was diagnosed with autism after a mental breakdown 3 years ago, then spent 2 weeks in a room for patients involved with police before finally a bed in a specialist autism unit was found 2 hours away in Sheffield.
I think it's absolutely appalling. And everybody involved should hang their heads in shame. They should. Putting him through that to get him where he needs to be. Not fair.
A spokesperson for Lancashire Care NHS Foundation Trust said, "We're deeply sorry that the family feels they have not had a good experience of our services. Providing quality care is our top priority, and we have discussed a number of options with this family to ensure that their son has the most appropriate support for his needs." Mental health charities say that across the country, more mental health beds are needed.
A quarter of children and adolescents who are disturbed enough and ill enough that they're deemed in need of psychiatric services are being turned away simply on the grounds there are no available beds, units or staff for them. Now, the 50,000, that means 50,000 don't get psychiatric help, and somehow families are just being left to cope.
Adrian's mum now hopes the authorities will work out an appropriate care plan for her son so he can come home.
I am travelling 2 hours there, 2 hours back every day, because there is nowhere else for him. There are no other specialist hospitals, and it's not acceptable. It's not. Something needs to change.